When an object is selected and you're hovering over the surface, clicking and dragging will create a shape oriented or aligned to the surface. Letting go of left mouse button will allow you to jump into the extrude operation. If you left mouse click and right mouse click at the same time and let go, it's almost like a release lock, which will put you in this tab state that can also be brought up by pressing tab. Anytime that you need to basically pause the shape for fine adjustment or even alt scrolling, you would basically press tab. Alt scrolling won't work in this case because there are no shapes to recall from, but I am able to say hold shift and click the offset dot or the extrude dot in order to move the shape around. I can grab the bevel dot and bring this in to turn it into a chamfer or a bevel, or even grab the dot at the bottom to move it, or grab the draw dot in order to adjust the size and proportion. So you are able to make post adjustments on this on the fly even before you choose to apply it. So there is a sort of preliminary edit mode for BoxCutter on the fly in the dot system. Whenever you want to apply from this date, you can just click and apply, but in general operation you can just draw a shape, bring it down, press B to bevel if you so choose, click and apply. Of course, we want to make sure that we don't have any release lock on, so let's try it again. That is the normal type of operation. Whenever you're drawing a shape, you can press Alt in order to draw it proportionally. You hold Shift in order to constrain it to a square. However, imagine that there are some axial lines that if you're too close, they will cause a butterfly type effect. This is something that we're well aware of, and I'm always contemplating how we can further resolve it. In addition to this, anytime you draw a shape, you can just press spacebar to just apply and be done. You can draw a shape, just press spacebar and be done. It's one of my favorite ways to work. I will just draw a shape and press spacebar to just rapidly just apply a shape and just cut through an object. And that's just one of the most rapid ways you can actually get the most out of BoxCutter. And then of course, if you draw a shape, you can always press G to just move it around, press R to rotate it. We'll place it here, rotate it, grab the draw, move it proportionally, then extrude it down, just cutting off this little corner. And that's how fast it can be to get your shape positioned exactly where you want it on the fly whenever it comes to using BoxCutter. And this is just talking about Box. Box is the example that I'm using for all of this, but there's so much more to it that I'm about to be going over. So with that, that should actually suffice as a basic explanation of how to basically use BoxCutter on a basic level.